they're being held hostage.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Get Lifted. 30 is the new 20. Hit the like button, share, and subscribe. And hit the notification bell so you're notified the next time we post or go live. I'm La Jefa.
Chris O.D.
Smiley Jizzle.
You should come this way. It would look so y'all can have more space and you'll still be in the shop because it.
If I go that way, I'm gonna be covering. It's fine here. You trying to do too much.
So how was your weekend?
Peaceful to the end part.
Yeah. My weekend's been fine so far. I feel like I feel like I'll always be tired every weekend. Like weekend, you're supposed to be like relaxing and decompressing before you start the next week. It's just been a lot of stuff going on. So I just always feel like I'm mad busy on the weekend. I don't ever feel like I get a break. But I guess it's supposed to be like that. I guess we've gotten to a point in society where the purpose of men is that we always have to have something to do. We always working. We always, making moves or something like that. So I'm used to it. I'm not complaining about that. I'm just saying I'm always doing something this weekend.
I think it's important to, because a lot of us are hard workers at our 9 to 5s or whatever. So I think it's important to like find time to do stuff that is important to you. Mm-hmm. It's like I know this one girl, like she didn't have no hobbies. Like she didn't have anything else to do, like just by herself. And I just felt like that's a hell of a way to live. So you just work, sleep, wake up, work, sleep, wake up. Maybe watch TV. I guess watching TV is her hobby, but it's like, even with that, it's like, it's not like she's watching anything productive or, to change. She's just watching the loop. And it's like, to me, it's important for people that's not like that to be around that for too long. I think it's important that we gotta check what's important to us, and if we're not getting a healthy supply of it, then you gotta break loose.
That part.
That shit crazy. Shout out to Erika.
Let me start with one topic. It's not really. I mean, it is a topic more like paying homage or giving flowers, but just this past week, we lost a few people.
That was all in the same week.
It was within the same 2-week frame or whatever. So in the same month, we should say, but in the same 30-day period, I should say.
One was like a couple of days after.
Right.
Yeah.
Someone was telling me death comes in threes, and it was
like,
like, yo, who's gonna be the next person? And people, but see, that's the crazy thing. People die all the time, right? So it's like there's somebody that died today. We probably don't know. You know what I mean? People die every single day. But no, but when this is what I'm saying. Okay, when they generalize and they say death comes in threes, right? We're thinking it.
Death design.
But hold on. Let me land, please. The way we're thinking is automatically comes in threes. So now our mind is like predetermined to automatically think, okay, who's next? But there's somebody that dies every single day. You understand what I'm saying? So you're honing in on this specific death, but this person is just a series of death just happening, period. But we're saying, oh, death comes in threes, so somebody else is gonna die. It's just pure chance. But then I said to the person, I said, well, if you want to believe that death comes in threes, because people just believe that. If you want to believe that death comes in threes, then I'm gonna say it's going to be somebody that you're not going to be expecting it to be. And then she hits me up a few days later and like, oh, there's a third one, Hulk Hogan. And I was like, all right, wow, that's crazy. Because we was just talking about this. But mad other people died. Like, you know what I mean? Like throughout the week, people have been dying already. Like there's been a mess of deaths. So it's like just to say that this person, like, oh, this is the dirt. I mean, technically, really, is it? You know what I mean? Like, is that really the third death? You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I look at it. But I guess of a celebrity caliber. But then there's other celebrities that passed away that we probably don't know about too. Might be.
I think there's a difference between coincidence and and certain things are fishy.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of times when it could be a coincidence, people kind of disregard the fishy shit towards things, because the fishy shit might be the spiritual side to it. This fishy shit might be humans at play. You know what I mean? Have certain, because with the Malcolm Jamal, what's his name?
Malcolm Jamal
Warner, yeah.
Theo.
With him specifically,
Rest in peace.
rest in peace to all
Absolutely,
of them, for sure.
yeah. Ozzy Osbourne.
But with him specifically, he didn't die natural causes. He drowned. So with him drowning, it's like, where was he? He was with his daughter. Why did he think that he could, I guess, swim in the area that he was swimming? Was there any factors where, like a shark? I heard there was another guy that was out there, and then he's totally fine now. Like,
He was like in intensive care or something like that.
Right. But for him to be totally fine now means he's probably released. So what happened? Like, was the river just overflown, or like, yeah, like what happened with that situation? And then the daughter, did she see it? Like, she was saved in the water, I heard. Like, it's like there's a whole bunch
so
of.
first they said he went by himself,
Mm-hmm.
and then they said his daughter went with him.
See,
First, the wife said he went out to the water at night by himself, and then he was gone for like over an hour. He wasn't answering the phone. Then she called the authorities. But then I seen something that said that his daughter went with him, and yeah, they saved the daughter.
it's fishy.
He didn't make it.
It's fishy.
Mm.
How did the mother
Why
not
did they
know?
brought him to the hospital?
How did the mother not know the daughter wasn't with him? Cause like that happens. Like, you could just take her. I mean, I wouldn't know, because I live separate from my baby brother, so I don't know how that dynamic works. I could go off of what I used to see with my parents when they, you know what I mean? Because my parents are still together. But even with that, like, if my mom took me at whatever time, my dad knows where I'm at. So if I'm at school, I'm at school. If my mom was picking me up at school, my dad's gonna know too. So for her to not know that her daughter was outside of the crib,
if she literally didn't know, that's kind of
weird.
crazy.
It's fishy.
But it depends what time it is. Like, maybe it was late. I don't know what time it was. She was asleep, and then he just got up and like he was like, "You want to come go get in the water?"
And it wasn't like just them by themselves. It was, like I said, another person there. So it was like an instructor. What was he? Like, you know what I mean? Maybe the boatsman.
Yeah, they could be a witness.
That's what I'm saying. Or he could have been a suspect, for all we know. Like, maybe Malcolm Jamal Warner seen some shit that he wasn't supposed to see. And then
God let you God get rid of you.
Just what I'm saying, man. So rest in peace to him. I hope no weird shit happened around that. But like, the more I'm hearing about this, his specifically, is the more it's a little fishy to me. But Hulk Hogan, it's ironic that he died the same day that he got fired in 2015 for saying that racist shit. You see what I'm saying? I look at it like this. A lot of people that aren't our skin complexion, right? I don't view them as racist, but I do view them as like a bigot. And it's like, the difference to me is like if you are a bigot, you're gonna believe in stereotypes, or you're gonna like talk in stereotypes. You see what I'm saying? But you're not gonna stop anybody. Like you believe in stereotype. You believe, you know, all black people eat chicken, and you know what I'm saying, and all the music
They don't?
is. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be a certain mindset with a bigot, but I feel like Donald Trump is a bigot and a racist is Joe Biden. Joe Biden. The reason why I say Joe Biden is a racist is because of who he's known to be around and support versus who Trump is known to be around and support. And I'm not talking about specifically the Epstein shit. I'm just talking about like before Donald Trump was trying to be president and shit, he was the man to all those people, to all those.
Because he was self-made.
Yeah, he's the man.
Everybody likes that.
As soon as you go into politics,
It's the
that's a different
American
beast.
dream, man.
That's a different
Self-made
beast.
millionaire, that's an American dream.
That's a different beast. Because now you
In a capitalistic society, you know what I mean, which is currently what we live in.
Right.
Everything's about bread.
Right. But I feel like the reason why he gets so much hate is because he's basically doing it his way, and his way is a complete contradiction on how they've been doing it. You see what I'm saying? Like, I feel like going back to this Israel topic that we was talking about at the very, very beginning, I feel like there's a difference with Trump in power to Israel in terms of like supporting Israel and what they're doing versus Biden in power, or even Kamala in power and supporting Israel. You see what I'm saying? And that shit is crazy to me. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna just sum it up. I just think that a lot of times, it's the shit that we have no idea is the shit that's happening, and the only way you could be attuned to that type of things is if you're really living in a way where you're like, okay, I'm just gonna tune all of that out. Because once you tune that out and it tries to find its way back in, you start understanding what it is really. It's just a distraction. Because we can't really control a lot of that shit, but we can understand why it's not good for us. We can understand why it's quote unquote evil or good or whatever, or however we want to see it, but we have to be aware to it. And the biggest thing that it is the distraction. You know what I'm saying?
Yesterday we went to
This music is very calming.
Right. Yesterday we went to a mental health
awareness
event.
How was that?
It was
It was great. Mental health is important. Having good mental health, like we have mental health. Some people are toxic, and they have. So it's good to know resources that you can go to if you need help with that, or just they also have vendors there. They had restaurants. They did the boots on the ground dance. They had a drill team from New Haven perform a step, and it was really nice. People came and spoke out about mental health awareness and how important it is to have good mental health. And
some information
ways
for some
you can places you can go to deal with that if you are struggling or stressed out or having negative experiences with your mental health. It was nice, and there were some female cops. They were beautiful. Well, one was like, you don't usually see. I mean, I'm sure there'd be pretty cops or whatever, but that's like a man's job. So usually it'd be like manly chicks that be doing it. But she was like really beautiful, like, and I laid the way because I know how y'all guys be.
How
like,
we be?
Cause I seen her, and then I turned, look at him, and humble, what he called himself, or whatever, and I'm like, cause I know y'all was peeping.
And you peeped her too, though.
Cause I'm not a hater. I mean, she was a pretty woman. I don't like women, but I can identify if a woman is pretty or not.
I respect that.
What was the term this dude used? He said, you can tell when someone has flattering features.
Yeah, like she had. Well, this is like thing that doesn't really matter if you're cute. You can cut your hair and you still or whatever. But she had long hair tonight. She had a claw clip on it, like had it like spun around. Then she put the clip, and she was Latina.
You're Latina.
Like she was fit. She was small. Like.
I think I seen her on IG before, and they had like her in her uniform, and then her like I guess she was on the beach somewhere. I was like, You know how many niggas going to jail for that? All she gotta because not just vagina. I mean, it is for vagina for real, but it really is like some Donnie Brasco
shit.
Know
what she looked like.
If they use her for like infiltration missions and be like, okay, you gotta go to like New York, and then you gotta pretend to be somebody such and such girlfriend or some shit like that. You know how many niggas she get jammed up just because of how bad she is? I'm telling you, niggas gonna wanna flex with her because she bad, and then they find out that she a cop and she's undercover and shit, and then you know what I'm saying? But she might not be able to do that because they already got her online. So all they gotta do is do some due diligence. But it's like even that, like, are they like trained? Like, how well are they trained? Like, could she beat my ass?
So I actually have actual, like, well, it's proof, but you can find it online. But yeah, the females, in a lot of those jobs, they're supposed to be able to do the same thing. The only job that really the woman that works there has to be able to perform the same capacity as a man is the firefighters.
Right.
They gotta carry people, so you don't see a lot of female firefighters. And if you do, they're pretty well shaped because you gotta be able to do the fireman carry. You know, you have to be able to carry another man.
You see that video with that girl saying that
out of a building?
If you can't carry yourself, then that's tough, basically. Firewoman. So
Everybody.
I think she was the chief or some shit.
Everybody can't do it. That's what I'm saying.
Crazy,
everybody can't do it. So it has to be somebody that's able to do it. And some of these women are strong. You know what I mean? So for those women, those few and far in between that are able to do it, hats off to them. But it's not like a normal thing for women to be able to carry a grown man on her back. Now, for police officers, the expectation and like the physical training or whatever, it's not as it's not as advanced for the women as it is for the men. They always make the expectation a little bit lesser for that job, and I guess for that job because mainly you got a firearm. So because they feel like, okay, well, you do have another line of defense in the event that this happened. In certain situations, there's always supposed to be another cop that's coming here. But men, a lot of times, you know, they might call them for backup, but now they require them to have another officer pull up on the scene because of all the stuff that's been happening. It makes people feel a little bit more comfortable. Which goes into, I guess, you know, what the thumbnail is. So everybody probably like looking at the thumbnail, like wondering about that. I don't want to talk about that for the whole time, but I know it's gonna be a really tight discussion with that one.
Who that, Carmelo?
I wrote his name in here. So William McNeil Jr.
Okay.
22-year-old young man from Jacksonville, Florida, who was just a victim of excessive police force. So there's a few things to unpack. So there's 4 available body cam footages. There's his clip from his phone there's um, the court of public opinion, and then there's actual court, right? So first, let's start off with this. Young man pled guilty, right, for whatever he did. Officer currently suspended for whatever he did. Let's start there, right? Was the young man wrong? Was the young man right? Not did he deserve to get punched in the face. I think we don't even have to have a discussion about that. Was the young man wrong, or was he not wrong for not complying when the officer told him to exit the vehicle several times?
You should have just complied, because even though it's not fair, sometimes they do egregious things to us and get away with it even when we do comply. Right. But for the best results, I think you should just do it, because sometimes people be rude and they get away. It depends on really who is pulling you over and what's their intent and their temperament. They can control their emotions or not. All cops are not the same. So that's really, but yeah, I think you should just listen. Like, even though, like I said, it's not fair, sometimes people do get targeted because of the color of our skin. It's not fair, but it's not worth it if you think about, you're always going to think about, what if I did this, and what would have been the outcome? I think there's far more, because to be real, we get unalived because of the color of our skin, but they're unaliving all races, all ethnic groups, not just us.
Right.
Like, so it's just about cops not being trained properly, or cops not having, because they need to take a mental evaluation. They said they do that, but it's like, obviously it's not good enough, because you should, certain things should not be happening. There's countless people that have lost their life. He's lucky that he made it out with just a chipped tooth. Right. And I don't know, he had some other injuries, I think, but probably things he can heal from or fix. But like, some people don't make it. People have gotten unalived over child support because they were like, the cop was chasing them, and then they had already got arrested for it. And it's the man and the woman situation that I'm thinking of. Like, the woman was like, because she owed child support. Whoever has custody, then the other parent has to pay child support. I mean, well, they can file for child support if the other parent has custody. So, this lady was in a prison one time, or she went to, not prison, she was in jail. She got arrested because she wasn't paying her child support, and then she died or she was unalive. I don't know what happened. And then this guy, he was driving, he had just got out, and then they were trying to take him for child support and trying to arrest him. He ran, like, in the car. He was like, they were chasing him, and then I think he unalived him. I don't remember what happened. Like, if the cop shot him, or if he like just stopped and just, or he ran into something and like unalived himself or something. Like, I don't know. It's kind of crazy. For child support, that's why he was avoiding them, because he already had like issues. So in some states they can arrest you.
I don't think they like that music.
And I think that's crazy.
It was like 4 people, and then it was like, now it's 1. What you saying is right. Well, go ahead, say your part. How you feel about it?
So I got a different approach with it. I think that he got the result that he was looking for. I think he wanted the bag, and he secured that. And I think that he manipulated the law in a way where it benefited him, and he had to take a risk. Because like E was saying, he could have lost his life. He could have definitely been unalive. He could have definitely been a victim. And he was a victim, but he also was doing things to antagonize the police, in my opinion, on some of those videos. And like she was saying, he could have complied, but I think he knew the law enough to be like, yo, if I could get this on camera and, comply just enough where these cops get physical with me, I could get some money. and I think he knew what he was doing, and I think and I think that he actually, I think it was premeditated. I think he went into this situation knowing that how bad it could get, so he made sure he followed a certain amount of guidelines, and it panned out for him because he's about to get a lot of money for that shit, a lot. So like, that's just how I look at it. I just feel like he plotted, and it turned out the way that he wanted it to.
These viral situations, like when this happens, and I feel like I've been saying this for like 3 weeks, because this didn't just happen, but I feel like I've been saying this for a minute. When people get pulled over by, and this is not just me, this is from lawyers. People get pulled over by the police officers. You don't want to take the fight on the asphalt or on the pavement. You want to save that for court. I know it's like an inconvenience to get a ticket or whatever, but look how long that situation was. Like, he was there wasting time for like 40 minutes, maybe a couple hours, because it's like cut in between. So who knows how long they was really there. They had to be there for a minute. You know what I mean? And it's like, yo, you must have not had nothing to do. Cause for me, like if I get pulled over by a cop, like, bro, I want to go. Like, I don't want to sit here all day. I don't want to go to jail. Like for me, it's a,
and the way he
it's
looked
a
at
huge.
the
Oh, let me
camera.
finish.
He knew.
Look, it's a huge inconvenience for me to sit there for a long period of time and have to deal with all this BS if I was speeding, if I didn't have my headlights on, if I didn't have my seatbelt on, if my brake light is broke or something like that. Whatever, I don't care. Give me my ticket and let me go. All my paperwork is good. Let me go. The people that's arguing about, yo, I know my rights, like they can't just pull me over and just do anything. One woman said, oh, if I get pulled over, I'm gonna call my uncle because he's a lawyer, call my uncle, he's a cop, and call my aunt because she's a lawyer, and wait for them to come to the scene and help me with the situation. Why? You don't got nothing to do? You really want to wait for them to come there? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you recording on your phone, because I had a conversation with my boy about it, who didn't really see the whole thing, but I told him, like, yo, if you're recording on your phone, like, even that's dangerous, pulling out your phone. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm not recording before we pull over, or pull my phone out before we pull over, I'm not about to pull my phone out while he approaching my vehicle. Because then he gonna say, oh, I thought he was reaching for a firearm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you giving them an excuse to do something crazy and hoping that you get out of it alive. Like, I don't understand. You taking a risk for that? Take a risk and invest in something. You know what I mean? And maybe this was his investment. The risk, the reward outweighs the risk for him. I guess he felt like it, right? That's all I was thinking. And I think your life, your life is worth more than a couple dollars. You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of times these people don't know what's gonna happen. Brittany Taylor's officer just got 3 years in prison, so they could go in your house, murk you, and get 3 years. That's crazy. You understand what I'm saying? You really gotta think about this. Like, it's not a black and white thing either. Everybody come, oh, they always do this to black people. If this happened to a white person, they would have got shot too. They would have got chipped too. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, it looks like everybody's looking at it from a different perspective. Everybody's looking at it like, oh, well, you know, that's not right. That boy didn't deserve this. He didn't deserve it. I don't care. Nothing gives the cop a right to do that. Nothing gave the cop the right to do that. Why they broke his window? Okay, now we talking. He didn't get out the car. That's why he got his window broke. But he still ain't have to punch him in the face. You're right. It wasn't even raining. You're right. If I'm a police officer and I tell you to get out the car, get out the car. Because you don't know why I'm telling you to get out the car. You might be afraid to get out the car because you don't know why I'm telling you to get out the car. If you ask me and I tell you why I'm pulling you over, your response shouldn't be, well, it's not raining because I know the law. Let me get a supervisor. All right, wait for the supervisor to come here. It was like 5 cops. Another cop came up to the other side of the car. Yo, just get out the car, bro. He still ain't want to get out the car. Young man had a suspended license. I'm sure they was running his shit. Still ain't want to get out the car.
Yeah, by the time one of them other cops.
Yeah, they knew that young McDaniels Jr. license was suspended.
That's why he crashed out, nigga.
Yeah, you didn't want to get in trouble. But you're going to get in more trouble for resisting, being passively resistant.
At least now you got the bag.
I mean, well, he didn't get a bag yet. They're trying to sue, and we could all speculate he probably going to get paid because everybody trying to back the situation. Everybody seen the footage. They know that the cop was wrong, but he still got charged. So you got to also think, like, yeah, he might get paid, but if we thinking he gonna get millions of dollars, I don't really think he's gonna get millions of dollars. He might get a few thousand.
I think he's gonna get a few thousand.
You know, because just for pain and suffering, if his lawyer Benjamin Crump can milk it, if he can milk it, then yeah, he gonna get some bread.
I think he's gonna get a 30 bowl or 50 piece.
Maybe, I don't know about cases. Sometimes cases like this, like they screw themselves, like, you know what I mean? But because you don't have things that work out for people when they go to court is not having a criminal record, being a pretty good citizen. You know, he was an HBCU graduate and all that stuff.
Oh, he was?
Yeah, it helped to have the dean of his college to pull up and stuff like that. So all of these things really kind of help his case a little bit. Right. So, I mean, honestly, I wish for the best for the young man, but I want people to understand, especially younger people that are probably watching a lot of stuff that's going on, or a lot of people that's talking about this, just to understand, like, don't try to, you know, fight a civil rights fight with a cop. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of those situations, you're gonna lose that fight. So I want everybody to go home. You know what I mean? Reconvene, think about the situation. You know what I mean? Maybe go in the house like Q did in Boys in the Hood. You know what I mean? Knock out one of those, you know what I mean? Do that if you got to, but don't do nothing stupid, you know what I mean? And, you know, try to come home. I hope that's what everybody's teaching their kids in this situation. My heart goes out to that family and that young man. I hope he thinks more responsibly going forward. Anybody, you guys say y'all had something else y'all want to talk about? What was y'all?
Real quick, I just got 2. One, there's a young black man out here. Well, I don't know if he's out here anymore, but he basically found a way to use plastics to as an energy source to run a car, like used plastic, reused plastics. And his last post was about a week ago.
So tranquil.
I think his last post was about a week or 2 ago, and people are saying that now he's officially missing. Like he hasn't been posting anything, nothing. And what I wanted to talk about is, if that's the direction of innovation, because that's innovative as fuck to make something propelled from plastics. You see what I'm saying? That actually helps the environment.
Plastic fuel?
Yes.
For vehicles?
Yes.
Okay.
And plastics as a source.
We're gonna unalive that person.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. This is my point.
You got their name? Let me fact check.
It's in the what's the name? You gotta look in the chat. They said his name. But my point is this: at one point, are we gonna understand that the powers to be doesn't want the world to be innovative? And this has been going around since Nikola Tesla tried to give us free energy. It's like the people that, you know what I mean, a lot of us have as a bank account was like, nah, bro, we're not doing that. We're not trying to get free. We're trying to get bread. And this is the scary part. It's like,
He did that last year. This guy.
see, and a lot of these people, and it's the same outcome from
He had
everybody.
dreads.
Yeah, he had dreads. Black
Okay.
guy with dreads, dark skin.
Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy. So all I'm saying is, these people are letting you know, and if you go on his page, he's basically saying people are flying over his crib, and he's getting a whole bunch of weird shit happening to him and shit. And it's like, bro, like, to me, that directly tells you that, okay, you can't come up with things that are innovative. That's like if you come up with the cure for cancer, they're gonna kill you. If you come up with the a technology that's gonna help the world, they're gonna kill you. Like, so the technology that we have can't be good for us because it's obviously run by people that don't give a fuck about us. Because these are the same niggas that's just getting these niggas unalive to make sure that their bag or their future isn't affected. And this is crazy to me. Like, what y'all think about that?
If they was going at that person, better hide.
So you just think that you think that there is never going to be a point where innovation is going to win over greed?
Yeah, innovation. I said technology goes too far, and then it's gonna be a takeover of robots. They're gonna become too advanced, and they're gonna unalive the people.
Yeah, but I think that's like, isn't that more bad technology? I wasn't really talking about bad technology. I was talking a lot about like things that could actually help the planet, and the powers that be are like, nah, if this is gonna help, we're gonna shut this shit down. We're gonna kill it. So not really the technology taking over us, basically us finding a way to do something that's more beneficial to us as a species, but the powers to be is like, now we're gonna murk you. Like, do you think it's ever gonna be a time where innovation is gonna win, and they're gonna be too late to unalive the person that is trying to be in uh uh that's trying to create something that helps us?
Julian Brown is his name.
Yeah, Julie. Yeah, yep.
Yeah. He uses a process called
Plastic.
pyrolysis, specifically microwave pyrolysis, to heat plastic in the absence of oxygen, breaking it down into usable fuel components. His work has focused on creating fuel like plastiline, gasoline from plastic, and diesel. And pyrolysis, Brown's process involves heating plastic in the absence of oxygen, which decomposes the plastic into various gaseous and liquid products. And the microwave pyrolysis, he utilizes microwave to heat the plastic, which is more efficient method than traditional pyrolysis methods. Fuel production, the resulting fuel can be used in engines, and Brown has successfully tested it in both gasoline and diesel engines.
Crazy.
Brown has coined the terms plastiline for gasoline derived from plastic, and plastadiesel for diesel fuel created through his process. Brown's company is called Nature Jab and is dedicated to turning pollution into power and tackling plastic waste. Shout out to Julian.
That's so innovative, and they literally took that young man out because of that idea being more beneficial
He's
than
still alive.
the shit that's killing us. I mean, that's alleged. He's missing. That man is missing, bro. He's been missing for about a week or two now.
Okay. It is Julian Brown. Several online sources suggest Julian Brown, an African man known for his work in converting plastic waste into fuel, may be missing. So social media post discussion mentioned that Julian Brown, also known as Nature Lab, is alluding to being targeted and facing potential harm. These discussions also reference concerns about his mental health. We're talking about mental health. One specific post on X states he's missing and refers to an African-American man named Julian Brown who created Fuels It. However, other sources like Julian Brown Instagram account don't directly address a disappearance but feature posts and messages related to his advocacy work. It's important to note that information about missing persons can be complex and may require verification from official sources or law enforcement agencies. These search results present various online discussions and claims, but there are no definitive confirmation of a missing person report or ongoing investigation in snippets provided. And that could be, and it could be a smoking gun, it could be whatever,
it'll
but
never be, bro.
we don't know.
I go off of what the person says. And I went on his page and he said specifically that all this weird shit is going on and he did not unalive. Yo, like he's saying all of this shit on his page. So once you see that and then you know that he has something that's a bit overnight, that's some $1 billion shit. Like, bro, you're taking the waste of the world. All you know how much plastic there is in the world? You're taking that and you're turning into gasoline? Nigga. And they unalived him. And that's what I want to ask you. Do you think that innovation is ever gonna win against these greedy ass motherfuckers?
Now, first off, I want to start by saying we have no proof that he was unalive. But, like you said, there's people talking about this on different media sources. These aren't, it's not TMZ. It's not the Shade Room. These are other, not even influencers. Some of these people are just other people with pages on Instagram, on Threads, things like that. And you know how I feel about conspiracy theories. I love them. They're great. They're entertaining. But like at the end of the day, we have to wait to find out more information. And then this is brilliant. It's a brilliant idea. It's very possible. I'm going to even lean towards your belief. It's very possible that the government could be like because we live in a capitalistic society. The government could be like, yeah, let's silence this kid. Let's get rid of him. Let's do all that. Big Brother's watching. We don't want to do this. Or figure out, maybe somebody talked to him and said, listen, I love your idea. Let me get some bread. I mean, let me work with you. What's your price? Can you teach me how to do this? And if he says no, then that could, you know, cause some issues for him. Or maybe they're like, they don't want this because this is gonna take away from oil. This is gonna take from electric. This is gonna take from whatever. So because of that, we don't want the new competition. We don't want a brown person to create the wheel. Not even just recreate the wheel, create the wheel, because this is gonna be another form of fuel that we can use with the stuff that we already have. Instead of having to go and tap and try to find an oil reservation or something like that, you can actually go to the store, get your bottles, your 5-cent bottles, and boom, melt them, and then you can use it for fuel in your vehicle. That's crazy. That's crazy. So I'm with you with like
plastic bottle.
I'm with you,
Waste
but
plastics.
right. I'm with you, but you know what I mean. But I don't know because a lot of stuff like this happens.
All I'm asking you is, do you think there'll ever be a time in our lifetime that you're gonna see where somebody's going to create something like that and not be a target? That's all I'm asking. Because me personally, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Especially Especially
well, see, if we add that context, then I could probably say, yeah, they don't want a black person on top. But I have already seen in my lifetime those innovations. I've seen people create things that have never been created before and go on Shark Tank. You know what I mean? And they've taken it from Shark Tank and now they're selling it on TikTok. Several times. It's been happening for, with my eyes, for about 20 years.
Life-changing shit?
Life-changing shit, yeah.
Like what?
I would say.
From black people?
from all different races of people.
I ain't worried about it.
You gotta watch Shark Tank. I love it. It's one of those shows where you get an angel investor.
I've watched
and they
Shark
come,
Tank.
yeah. But they do have some inventions that you wouldn't even think of, and they come up there with their inventions. Sometimes they get shot down. Sometimes they give them a good deal. Sometimes they give them a terrible fucking deal, and the people don't stop. They continue to push their product, and their product can either take off from other people that's looking at it and see it as innovative, or some people could be like, I don't see any need for that in my life.
See, the reason why I asked that question, it kind of goes back into what we were saying about the advice that we give to the youth, right? So the advice that we give to the youth when it comes to the police situation, you want to steer them in the right direction. We might feel a certain way, but because we feel a certain way doesn't reflect on what we should be telling them, right? So in this situation, it's, if you think about it, like, one second.
Who rolled it?
Hold on 1 second. What was I talking about with the yeah, it's been good. I ain't gonna hold you. Oh, fuck.
But this is what I say for young people. I don't want this to discourage young people from trying to be
That's
innovative
what I was saying.
and continue to create.
Right.
I want them to continue to create. I want them to continue to be scientists. I want them to continue to push the envelopes of science and discovery. I want them to continue to do that because I want us to get in the history books as being the first to do such and such.
Let me say something.
That's how I feel. That's my opinion. That's my preach to you.
I
agree. What would you say?
I agree with everything that you said, but the problem with what you said is these people are like our people. I can't speak about anybody else that's on Shark Tank or whatever color. I'm talking about black people specifically. It seems that when we come up with these certain ideas, we have a track history of being unalive, missing, or something that.
Right. That's why I said what I said.
And then like it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell somebody not to be discouraged when is inevitable. When this is inevitable, like you're telling them, yo, it is. Because
that's how you feel. That's a feeling.
Not even a feeling. It's a track. It's a track record of people being unalive that look like us. That
Feels versus
okay, how can you?
So if you're asking me what message I would give to the youth, I just told you and you're debunking it. You have your position, I have mine.
Right.
I don't want to discourage the youth. I would never tell my brother, who's a youth to me, to not be brilliant and not get out there and not get the accolades that are due to you and not be public with it. Because I'm gonna try my best to protect him. I'll put my life. I know me. I'll put my life on the line to protect him when he has something brilliant and a great idea that can change the world. I want him to be that. I would try to do that for myself. Right. I'm not afraid. But everybody can't be that way. I'm going to be the courageous man that's going to say, it's okay. And it's okay to be afraid too. But don't let that discourage you from your dreams. And I'll land there. And how do you feel, Erika?
What is the question?
The question is, what do you tell the youth about trying to be out there because of, when you try to do something, they're going to probably come for you because it's competitive and it fucks up their industry or whatever the case may be. You could probably be taken away. What do you think?
We get up, we fall down, but we get up.
A nice montage. What you feel?
Fall down, but we get
It's
up.
gonna be obstacles. You can't give up. You gotta keep on going because if you don't, the only shots ever made are the ones that you didn't shoot or you ain't making an attempt.
So, are you ignoring all of the people that get unalive?
I'm not ignoring it. I'm saying it happens, but you can't let that prevent you from doing what you need to do to be successful in whatever way you feel that's necessary. As long as it's legal and you're not hurting anyone.
But that's where we have to differ. Me personally, I believe that if you're gonna do something like that, you have to do it in silence because you don't want your name to be directly correlated with that. So, unfortunately, that is a reality. And the point that I was trying to make was
Can't do
what?
it in
Hold on.
private.
Let me get this point before I forget it. The point that I was trying to make before was if we're gonna direct our sons to say, you know what, this is what you should do, but this is what I would do. This is one of those situations where I feel like it's very similar. Yes, you should strive for your excellence, but what you should do is different from what is the right thing. Because the right thing is what y'all saying. But what they should do is be a little bit more secretive with it because obviously they're going to be a target if they are the face of it. And this is just what it is. In this country, that's just what it is. Like, they don't like black
You
people.
could be a faceless brand.
But that's what I'm saying. He has to be a faceless brand, or he has to be like, look, I'm ready to sell this, and you're not even gonna get as much as you probably would get. You could probably get a lot of money, but you're not gonna get the rightful ownership here because of where we're at in the history of where we're at. So you're gonna have to like take that L in terms of finances. Now, if the message is more important than the finances, then you'll be good with that. But if you feel like, oh nah, I created this and I need to get my rightful just due, your rightful just due because of the history is probably death and somebody that's not your color or your kinship stealing your idea. Because that's the way it goes in this country. That's all I'm saying.
Right. I hear you, and that's why I'm a firm advocate for us supporting each other.
Yeah, for sure.
Because if we support each other, then we
have
can
to deal with that.
we can prevent some of these things from happening. And I seen in the Reddit comments about this young man, please protect this man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
this
people
was
have been saying
over a year ago. Please protect this kid.
They knew.
You know, and it's sad, but let's be honest. It doesn't even matter if he was black.
No, it does matter.
No. Listen to me. Listen. It doesn't even matter if he's black. I'm telling you why. Because you just said innovation. We live in a capitalistic society. If you're going to do something that's going to be competitive and you don't align with the right buyers, then they're going to try to silence you. There's been people that's been trying to go against the tobacco industry, they disappeared. There's been people that's trying to go against Big Pharma, they disappeared. People that have something that can help people and it's going to take money away from certain industries, that can be considered threatening to them. So then they would, you know, and that's a conspiracy theory that I've entertained for a long time. Some people voices just disappear for some reason when they're trying to come out with something or trying to create something or whatever, and we see that as people, but we also have a hard time supporting each other when we're doing things. What I would suggest in a case like this is not to keep it secret, and I'm telling you why. Make sure that your people at least know how to do it, because if they take one person out, then we'd be like, oh damn, that's crazy. At least 35,000 other people know how to create this themselves. And it basically has the breakdown right here online how he did this shit. So you could figure it out and convert it using his chemistry setup if it's not all taken away. He shared it. So his video footage is still there. How he put certain chemicals together and how he understands the periodic table and all that shit. He figured shit out. So we could use some of his formula and create the shit for ourselves. But people, it's the forest beyond the trees argument all the time. I feel like, again, a lot of time, and I've said this several times, it's the fear that stops us from doing a lot of shit. And me and my boy often argue about this because he's an entrepreneur. And he's got the spirit where it's like, yo, if I could do it, anybody could do it. But I'm saying, like, everybody doesn't have the drive and passion and discipline that you have. And the reason that they don't is because life be life, and it be tough to make certain sacrifices to do it. Look at how long it took you to get to where you are versus people willing to make that sacrifice and not have this, and this for that period of time when they've already been relying off of it for so long. It's difficult to take that step. And then the same thing like what you're saying, like, yeah, I mean, a lot of people will probably agree with what you're saying. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I've seen so many things happen in history, and I don't want this to happen to me, or I don't want this to happen to anybody that I know. So I would discourage them from doing this because of things that have happened in the past. I don't think that they should take this risk because even though it'll help us in the future, I don't think that they need to be a martyr. Let them, hold on, because I got you. Let them make that choice themselves, but give them the tools to do what you're afraid to do. You know what I mean? Because even though you're afraid to do it, it doesn't mean that it can't be done. And we might see something different. We might see greatness come out of this. We might see somebody that rises and becomes a political person or whatever, and nobody tries to take them out because they can appeal to KKK members. They can appeal to the left wing, the right wing, and every different group of people. The LGBT plus community and everybody is like, man, this guy is on point, and everybody agrees because this person understands. If you have a person like that that's out there and there's so many people that's backing them, yeah, there's probably gonna be some people that's hating, probably gonna be somebody, but it could be somebody that's really like, yo, this person could change the world. We just gotta protect them. We just gotta be the force behind progression.
Baby,
So,
we
hold on,
can
let me
do
say
it,
something.
take your time, do it right, we can
So,
do it, baby.
one thing, I agree with everything you said except for me discouraging them. I'm not trying to discourage anybody. I'm trying to encourage them to maybe look at it a different way and don't ignore the facts. Like a lot of people will ignore the facts just to get to where they want to, and that's called blind faith. I don't want anybody to have a blind faith with anything that they're doing. They have to do the due diligence and do the research and say, okay, is it worth my life? Is it worth whatever the highest form of L that you're willing to take? Is it worth it? And I want people to be well prepared to say, yeah, it was worth it. And the one thing I respect about this young man is it seemed like um, he knew the consequences of what he was trying to do, right? And another thing that I did like is he definitely went on. He definitely made sure that he let people know that he does have people in his corner that's helping him of all different types of you know what I mean, walks of life, black, white, whatever. You see what I'm saying? So he definitely was very inclusive into what he was doing. I think people supported him. I truly do think that there is people, there's like a team of people with these pharmaceutical companies, with the gas industry, the oil company, that they are basically the squad that are sent to literally unalive the competition. I truly believe that. And I believe the higher up you go, it's inevitable that that is going to be a thing because now you have to have, even if you're not willing to unalive the competition, you want to make sure you have security to not be unalive. And that's why it's like the higher you go, you're going to have security. And he was reaching a level that was way past security and he didn't have security. So I think that's the reason why you have to think about things before you just jump in because you're literally making yourself a target. And if you're not cool with that, or if you have second doubts about that, or if you feel like just because I created some shit doesn't mean I should be a target, then you might have to reevaluate your approach to how you're gonna accomplish what you're trying to accomplish. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I agree with what you're saying. To a degree.
So can I? My other topic. I don't know if this is true. I've seen this in a few media outlets. Allegedly, NASA or people that's been looking up in the skies are saying that they saw, not only did they see a UFO, but it looks hostile. For whatever reason, they're describing it as it's hostile, and it's supposed to be
An aircraft?
they don't know. It's in space. and they're saying that it might be hostile and it's coming towards Earth in November. So I don't know how true
On
that
the
is.
moon?
No, I don't know if it's on the moon. I heard it's like in space somewhere and it's heading towards here.
Okay. So, I think
Which is kind of crazy that more outlets in our.
I don't know if
are
this is
talking
new
about that shit.
information.
I just heard about this.
So official reports NASA has witnessed hostile landings on the moon. It says no, there is no credible evidence or official reports that NASA has witnessed hostile landings on the moon. This claim falls under a category of conspiracy theories often fueled by misinterpretations or fabricated accounts. While astronauts have reported seeing unexplained phenomena in space, these have been attributed to space debris, rocket parts, or other celestial objects rather than hostile alien spacecrafts or anything of that nature. For instance, Buzz Aldrin described seeing an object during the Apollo 11 mission that was likely reflection from the separating spacecraft parts. NASA and scientific community consistently emphasize that the moon landings were genuine achievements, that the evidence points to a natural, not an alien constructed satellite. Furthermore, there's no evidence to support the existence of hostile entities or alien bases on the moon. There's always something that comes out, and I think we talked about this a few episodes ago. There's always something that comes out where they're talking about there's a sighting or something like that, and they're all on that because there's people that want to see this shit. So they park in certain places just so they can see it, and they've gone to school for it and all this shit, and they wish nothing more than to see an alien come and say hi or to get abducted. These people are like fanatics, right? But I'm not so disbelief because I've never seen it, but I also do a lot of research around things like that. I also do a lot of research around things like that, so I also understand that the reason that they try to rule these things out is because they're constantly trying to find if there's other places for humans to inhabit. So there's something that's just traveling through the cosmos and shit. Then that's dope. You know what I mean? But their spacecraft would have to be made of a certain metal. I think I was talking to my girl about this. Like, there's certain things that have to be like, you have to have a certain type of metal insulated, and then another type of material underneath that, and the same way that, you know, like they make rocket ships, and you have to have something that can be durable enough to withstand the friction of traveling through space at that speed. So from a scientific standpoint, it's like it hasn't been proven that there's anything that can exist like that. We've had some satellites that we've done, and the satellites have made successful landings in planets and certain shit, going through space, hit like asteroids and shit on its route there and all this other shit. But it's made it successfully to relay footage on certain places. But as it's landing, it gets fucking destroyed most of the time. There's like one like successful thing, I think it landed on Saturn or something, and they talk about that shit all the time. I don't remember the name right now, but
can I ask you a question about?
Just let me land with this. A lot of those things are normally just things that people don't see as much. So because they don't see them as much, they all automatically think this. The people that study that, they see that stuff all the time. So they already know about what you think you see or what you think it is because they already expected it. You just got to be tapped into the right sources. And I'll land my plane there.
So let me ask you this. Both of y'all, I want to ask y'all this, right? Let's say in November, we're putting this shit off as, you know what I mean? It's probably just some space debris. Let's say in November, a mothership pulls up, right? And we don't see it out our windows or anything, but we hear about it. We hear about this shit's getting close, orbiting, landing. Let's say it lands in the government. We see this shit on TV. It's everywhere, right? I want to know, just from face value, once you see these entities so alleged, what would you think? Do you think it would be a hoax? So basically, like people in suits, and they're just, you know, basically lying to the media and saying that. Oh no, we might be saying too much. We might be saying too much now, yo. Shit getting crazy.
What I think is my first thought would be, oh shit, right?
Right.
Cause how'd they pull it off?
Exactly.
Right? So before I start thinking it's a hoax or anything like that, I'd be like, wow. Like
Just in
think,
shock, yeah.
Think Independence Day when everybody's seen that. You know what I mean? That first scene when Will Smith is standing there and they looking at the big spaceship over the city. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
Like
But
seeing
that's
something
different
like,
in person though. Like we're not seeing it in
no,
person.
when I hear something now, if I see something online, I have to see it on CNN, ABC, Fox News.
Yeah.
I have to see it on those outlets because
So it's on there.
they are not going to fake this to the public. It's not going to be like Orson
You don't think
Welles.
so?
Listen, it's not going to be like Orson Welles' War of the World. You know what I mean? It's not going to be nothing like that. I'm going to listen to the whole thing, and then I'm going to be looking at everything. Because if this is everywhere, then this is going on. This is actually happening. Whether it's fake or not. Now, you got to take a ride somewhere. Now you got to go outside. Yo, can I see this? Like, I got to believe this. You know what I mean? Because if it's something like that, right now, when we see 2025, when we see shit like on TikTok and all these different things, it's bullshit. It's AI. You know what I mean? Most of the time, it's just people trying to get clickbait out of you. And they do it. They figure it out. It's a marketing scheme. It's attached to something else. If you keep clicking, oh yeah, you can sign up for our class at this or whatever. You know, it's driven to market something else, right? It's driven to market something else. And people don't pay attention to that. They just look at this, oh shit, what the fuck? Like last time they got me on some shit, I seen some shit come up online. It was like this dude, he used to dress up kids. He used to kidnap children and take their bodies and make them into dolls or whatever. Right? I looked this shit up. No history or nothing like that. But look, I looked the history up. No known case of this shit. No nothing. Shit was made up. And it took me running around the world to figure it out. And I'm like going everywhere. And I'm like, yo, like, this shit is nowhere. So I went through the same shit that people actually go through to try to figure something out. And then I got to a dead end. And it was like, this is a fabrication. This person doesn't, the name doesn't even exist. Like it was a name that sounded like something. The person wasn't even nothing. And then it was attached to, that's why, you know, I knew our uncle was like that or something like that. And I'm like, what?
What you think?
Bullshit.
What you think? If you saw a UFO on TV, CNN, all of that, and you know what I mean? They allegedly.
Well, CNN now.
Yeah, all of that.
You
shit.
didn't say CNN.
I'm saying all the publications,
I would have to see it on all of that
you
stuff.
see it in all on that.
But
This is what I'm saying.
The thing. There was a clip, because we can't ignore that this is out there, and we don't know if this is real or not. There's a clip of like hundreds of news reporters saying the same thing over and over, different things.
That's why I said
like over and over and over, not just one thing. Like it was like they said this happened and this was the response to that, and then this happened and this was the response. 100 people for each scenario. Saying the exact same thing verbatim, and then playing it on a video of them talking or saying it. So, why? So by that,
there's an answer.
Hold on. Let her answer though. So by that, what?
That's telling me that they can just
they can lie.
Yeah.
There's an answer to that though.
And there are certain things that
You know?
happen, natural disasters and stuff.
No,
but they also
but
take
what you
control of
just
the
said,
weather
Erika, there's an answer
because
to
there's a
that.
HARP program,
You know?
so
Sure
that
there is
they
to
could be
that.
doing this to create disasters, so they can
Right.
like do like whatever their agenda is.
Like, there's a lot of stuff. Like,
True.
so the answer to that is like, when all these news reporters are all seeing the same thing, there's still something that the government is doing that they're not telling people. That's why they all have the same information, because they're not telling classified information or whatever it is. It could be, let's just say it is extraterrestrial, right? It could be extraterrestrial and they're not telling anybody. It's the same as they're doing something they're not supposed to be doing, like dropping bombs in places they shouldn't be dropping bombs and shit like that. And people find out about it. And then they try to say, well, that never happened. But there's a whole bunch of people that witnessed it, that it happened. The government does that on several events. But all I'm saying is that when people, and the news reporters are people, they're reporters, but they're people. When they see something that they can't understand, it's automatically a oh shit type of thing. Just like I said, I have to see it on several things. Like I have to see it on Fox News, CNN, all of these different things simultaneously describing what is going on right now, right? And then I'm like, shit, this is happening. I gotta take a ride, or I gotta find out more about this, because now I'm inclined to believe, now what's the next step? What do we do from here? I'm calling people, yo, did you see what's going on? Like, where are you at? What you doing? Like, the people that need to, that I know that's gonna move, that need to be, you know, I'm calling them to see, okay, what's our next step? Because we gotta fucking figure it out. If it's something like, if it's serious. If it's not on those outlets, I normally won't take it serious. I always look at it as like, yo, I'm just, whatever. I'm just hearing this shit. But when I start to believe that something is like, oh shit, that's when I feel like I need to tell people about it. They need to take it serious. If I take something serious, a lot of times I think everybody should take it serious, but that's just me. But sometimes that's because I'm doing the due diligence. I'm not just going off of this one source a lot of times. And I want to know more about it. If I'm even watching something on ABC, I'm going to watch the whole fucking shit. Then I'm going to see if something else is on something else. You know what I mean? I'm not just like, oh shit, let me tell you what I just saw. I changed the channel and I'm watching a movie now. Like, no, it's...
So let me extend my question, right? So what if, hypothetically, this is a real thing. It's on everything. Everybody knows that there's aliens now, and the aliens say, after this year, you have to take a foreign medicine that only we have, and if you don't take it, then you're going to be unalived by a certain gas that's going to be released in the air.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
So
everybody knows there's aliens.
Listen. Everybody knows that there's aliens. So the aliens come down. They make contact. Everybody. It's on CNN. It's everywhere. TMZ. Everywhere. Right. And the aliens can communicate with us. And the aliens say to the world, we have the cure to a disease that's about to come before the new year. And you have to take this cure before the new year, or you're gonna be unalived. Would y'all take whatever the alien gave you, or would you take
and this is on
everywhere.
CNN and everything and all
everywhere,
that?
Everywhere.
That's loaded. Let's see what everybody has to say about it. I want to hear what you got to say about it too.
Word.
You want to go first, and then we gotta get to the next topic.
Right.
What is it?
Basically, the aliens make contact.
There are aliens.
Yeah.
We see them.
Right.
They made a public announcement to the public
that there is
take this
medication,
or you'll unalive.
Right. They're human.
Do you do it?
Yeah. Do you do it or do you not? And you
have until
the 31st, because after the 31st, you're either gonna be unalive, or nothing's gonna happen to you, and the people that took it are gonna be unalive, or whatever. So what do you think? What would you do?
I'm not taking
You ain't taking that shit.
it. You said the Jabberoo?
Nah, it's
No, these
it's a
are aliens
medication.
that's got some
You don't know
whatever.
what it is. They just saying we have the cure. We have the
They
medication.
came down here
But
and
you have
whatever.
to take it. You have to willingly consent to it. You ain't fucking with
No,
it.
you ain't taking it. What about you?
I'm gonna do what God compels me to do.
What is that?
And I think that it depends on how these aliens look to me. Like if these aliens come and they look like black people with superpowers, and they have a certain lineage or whatever, I might be inclined to be like, yeah, I might have to take this shit, bro. Because if my heart is set and my brain is like, yeah, I think this is a good idea. I think that's my intuition, and I think that's God. So I will go with whatever He was telling me to do, and I think the only way I would accept that is if it was like the second coming of Christ type shit. Like it would have to be like a being that I felt like, yo, I resonate with this being. You see what I'm saying? And if it wasn't that, then I couldn't do that because I would think it would be like some Mark of the Beast type shit. You know what I'm saying? So like it depends on. I think if I resonated with the aliens, yes, I would take it. But if I didn't resonate with them, if I felt like, yo, these is the enemy, then I would not.
Me personally, if I see some like aliens or something like that or whatever, and they're talking about something's gonna happen, the sci-fi brain kicks in. I'm like, what would happen in a sci-fi movie or something like this? This is invasion.
Invasion of the body snatcher.
They're doing something. Something's not right. Why is this happening?
Why? The organ donor.
Let me. Something's going on. Now I'm thinking, okay, interesting. I'm gonna look outside, see who's panicking, who's freaking out.
Everybody was still.
Are some of these aliens among us infiltrated as our people, encouraging us to do it, and this is just something that they're immune to weed out the people that's already been there preparing for their invasion? And then you know what I mean, the science fiction brain start kicking in. You know what I'm saying? So I start thinking, if this is real, why would they come down here and tell us that they're gonna poison us or something like that? Regardless of how they look, they're gonna say this, communicate with us, and tell us this.
They said they're gonna save us, not poison us.
Whatever. Why? That's a valuable question. I'm not just taking something without knowing more stuff about it is the whole thing. I won't do that on this planet with the people that's already here.
You have compassion for people that's already here.
No. You didn't hear. You said taking a poison, or I mean a serum or whatever. I won't do that for the people that on this planet. Right? Because I don't know what is being put into that, and I have to have more education on it. And I don't have it. So it's just like, so for that alone, I have to see the effects. I have to see what happens to the other people that have taken it. After that happens, maybe I'll keep the serum to myself just in case. Wear my gas mask or whatever until things fall over, have my shelter built, you know what I mean? Things about, you know what I mean, whatever. Probably think proactively, but to just do it because somebody from another wherever told us to do it, that might be destructive.
Can I put a last layer on it too? Let's say they were opposed to our government. They said that our government is going to be the ones that try to take us out, and they have the medication and the cure. So you either have to trust them or our government.
That's not hard. That's not a hard decision because I'm human. At the end of the day, black, white, Republican, Democrat, I'm going to choose humanity over something not from humanity. That's funny. That's how I land my plane here. What about you? What about you?
trust me. Do the right thing in America.
You don't want. Well, let's go
That's
to the
crazy.
next.
It's fucked up.
Let's go to the
Wait,
next.
what is the question?
The question is, what would you do if they were opposed to the
Some high
government?
shit.
The aliens were opposed to. So they're saying, yo, the government is trying to kill y'all.
Come on, man. Y'all gotta love this
It's about to be.
conversation.
It's
Come
about
on,
to be
y'all.
a mist that comes out, and you can't even hide with a gas
that shit.
mask. It's basically nano machines, and we have the cure, but they're gonna try to kill you, black
Now it's
people.
animal shit.
What would you do?
Oh, they have the.
They
that's
got
what
the
they
cure.
said.
You
That's
said-
what they said.
you
I
started
don't
with-
know.
They're
So you
against.
don't know.
I said I had another layer.
I'm
You
not
started with
taking
no.
no medicine. I don't want.
And so
to
you ain't
try
fucking
to
with
get-
it.
So no.
So you gonna trust the
So
government?
no, and
I'm just not
You-
taking
it
it. The
depends.
government asked
Yeah,
me to do it.
definitely
I'm not
depends.
taking it from them either.
I respect that.
They're gonna have to.
that part. And we can
You'll
stand
never
on
take
that. We
me
can stand on that.
alive, copper.
But let's move on. That was interesting.
Yeah.
What did you want to discuss? We can go into the topics
So-
after.
I just seen something online too. This baby survivor falling 15 floors.
What country?
It was a 2-year-old boy, Montgomery County, Maryland.
Okay. Oh my God. God bless.
They said his leg's broken. That's what somebody said in the comments.
They showing it? What the hell?
No,
That's crazy.
that's not in the picture. That's just a picture
Oh, I
of the kid.
thought.
And a
I'm
picture of the baby
mm,
next to it.
That's fudged up.
That's how many stories.
God bless
That's
that kid,
crazy.
man. I'm
Yeah.
glad he survived.
He survived?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I don't know, but someone in the comments said he just broke his leg.
Maryland got some tough kids, man.
It's
Tough ass kids.
just broke his leg. Yo.
Yo, a security guard got fired for twerking.
What
What do
And
y'all
the
think
same
about
thing
that?
happened
That was a
to
female?
Girl
It was
on
a female, yeah.
That
She should've
Like
got
the
fired.
ear,
Where was she
Flight
flight
twerking?
attendant, yeah.
Where was she twerking?
Huh?
Where was she twerking?
at work.
I know, but where?
No, in her bathroom.
She was in the bathroom and somebody
She
She
saw
had
had
her.
her
her. She had her uniform on, yeah.
And somebody caught her. Oh, she posted it. And
It
somebody
went
caught her.
viral, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It went viral.
Well, yeah.
Well,
It was like
You
a
caught
slight twerk. It wasn't like she wasn't going hard, but she had the key.
Just like that flight attendant was,
Yeah.
and she was not. That wasn't
mean,
no church. She
I
tried.
don't mind it, but
She
you know.
attempted.
Like if that
The
officer
folks
that
don't
we
mind
saw,
it.
if she be doing stuff like that,
You would be okay with it
Nah.
because it's her.
I'm reporting her.
That's wow.
You gonna
I
report her
ain't
No, I'm
page?
just playing. I ain't
You
reporting. I ain't
Courtney?
reporting. I was just
Ka-
playing. I
ka.
ain't reporting.
Shout out to her.
Let's get into this relationship bullshit.
Wait, there was something else.
Go ahead, my bad.
So there was a man accused of stabbing 11 people at Walmart in Michigan.
Hmm.
He's in authorities' custody now.
He did what now? Say that again.
Stabbed a whole bunch of people.
Stabbed 11 people at Walmart in Traverse City on Saturday, Michigan. 6 in critical condition. And what a Michigan sheriff said appears to be a random act. A suspect was in custody.
He drunk
Authorities
some of that
said-
Flint water.
Oh, damn. Not the Flint.
You said I did?
No, he did. You ain't
She
stabbed
said, you
nobody.
said I did. Damn, where
A
that
Michigan person.
Yeah, that's
Around
funny.
4:45 p.m., a 42-year-old man entered the store and used a folding knife to stab 11 people. The Grand Traverse County Sheriff's
Folding
Office
knife, too.
said in a statement
Little knife.
on social
How do you
media.
stab 11
A
people with
sheriff's deputy arrived.
Well,
within
a folding
10
knife
minutes.
could be a big knife though.
Yeah, but I'm
Took
running
the
away.
man.
But
I
I'm
see
thinking
the
like a
first
folding
nigga.
knife would be like a pocket knife kind of.
After the first nigga gets stabbed, I'm running, bro. I'm like, yo, this is
Within
stabbing
minutes and
niggas out
took the
here,
man
bro.
into custody.
You know who got stabbed? The people was like, oh, what's
People
going
in the
on?
store also helped apprehend a suspect and
They
Nah,
got stabbed up too.
this the person that got stabbed.
Damn.
That's the people that got stabbed. I'm sorry. I'm just being realistic. Cause nigga, you got a knife. Why don't I turn around and run? You gonna throw the knife at me like you thorough? If you throw a knife at me and give me in the back, you thorough.
Like,
you deserve. Yo, hold up. I gotta give credit where credit is due. You thorough. You throw a knife and get me in the back.
Yeah, that's like a horror movie.
I gotta give it to you. Though. He a beast. I gotta get. Where you think you going? That's different. But if you got a knife and I pull one of these,
yeah, you wildin'.
I'm wildin'. My hand getting stabbed up, whatever, bro. Unless you trying to grab him, or you trying to hit him, or you trying to do something. But this, this getting you work.
You could get a rocket launcher.
Oh my god.
Oh, down, up, L1, L2. That's what you talking? She talking some old Grand Theft Auto code type shit, nigga. That's what she talking. X triangle circle shit. Get out of here. You is wildin'.
You stabbed up before you.
I tell you what. If somebody see me with a rocket launcher strapped to my back like a book bag, like walking down the street, and they got a knife, I'm like, come on, bro, really? Like I'm just gonna
burn that shit.
I ain't really gonna
hit you like David,
but you can't be close.
With a sling.
You can't be close to your target though. You can't be close because if I
everything around
I know. But you know what? If I get an RPG, it might take them and they might.
You might blow both of y'all.
No. It's gonna take them and fly them away from me. And then he might blow up like a few feet away from me. I can like roll out of the way.
Rocket.
That's crazy.
Or I could do a combat roll backwards, then get one like boom. I got like 3 meters in front of me, like bam. Then I get him.
Who we killing?
But you gotta be quick. Somebody with a knife. Somebody with a knife. Somebody with a knife, bro. Somebody with a knife. She crazy. She crazy. No, because she said with a rocket launcher. That's what I'm saying. So I'm like, yo, somebody with a knife. Oh, you got a knife?
Smiley said we gonna take it there.
Do a little combat roll or a side strafe. Do a side strafe. Side strafe. You know what I mean? You gotta make the sound. You gotta make the sound, bro.
That is crazy.
Yo, what's your war cry?
Johnny Bravo.
You crazy. Listen, you need to call the police. You need to call the police. Don't be trying to do crazy stuff, yo. I got a rocket launcher.
Oh, call the police.
Yo, what about those small sawed-offs? Like the small you could it'd be like right inside your arm like that. What about one of those?
Everything.
Yeah, that's fire.
That means, but
need some type
you
of
can't walk around with that though. You're not supposed to. But say when somebody wants some problems, yo. You in your house.
This is alleged because we might not do these things.
Yeah. Alleged.
This is like.
But I'm saying somebody got a knife. I'm just saying if somebody got a knife, this is just for the youngsters. I'm gonna say that. Don't.
But I want everything.
Don't do this. Run.
What?
Run or fight back. Don't do this if somebody got a knife.
Yeah.
Run or fight back.
Fight
Fight or flight, bro.
That's fighting back because you got.
This is not fighting back. This is getting your hands and ligaments all stabbed up. No, run.
Are you gonna do something?
Run.
You said or fight back.
You might do a kick real quick. I don't know, but you need to be running, bro. You need to be running. If they got a knife, run away. Don't stay there and tell them please don't. If they got you trapped in a corner, then you got to do something. But if you got space, I'm taking off, yo. I don't think he could run that fast with a knife. Like I don't be seeing people running fast with a knife, yo. Cause it's crazy. Like I don't know, maybe you could though. It'd be kind of crazy to run fast with a knife, though. But if you got a knife, I'm gonna live another day. I might get cut, but me sitting there and getting stabbed several times is not the way. It's not gonna happen, bro. I'm not gonna just sit there and let you stab me several times, bro. I'm definitely gonna keep it moving. Somebody said something. What were they talking about in the conversation?
I'm not reading that out loud.
Said something crazy. Trolling.
Who you think of when you see this nigga?
Who, Billy Graham?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, everybody knows
This,
that whole thing.
I didn't know none of that.
You learned that in that old wrestling game.
That is crazy. He look just like him.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Don't be doing that, man. Live another day, man. Live another day. What do y'all think about the CEO and the HR lady?
What CEO?
The CEO and the HR lady. You know, oh man, it's the biggest thing right now. The wife getting everything, and he was a CEO of some.
They said the wife getting everything.
Astronomer or something. CEO astronomer.
Of the that's the name of the company.
The name of the company is called Astronomer. Okay.
Wait, so what happened now? That's the one that got caught in a Coldplay joint?
Yeah. Coldplay was even talking about it. Like, I'm like, yo, y'all ain't got to speak on this, man.
Somebody was, when they caught them on the Megatron, they were talking, it was like, because she covered up her face.
Because he was all hugging her, like, hugging her, consoling her, like.
Down to the floor. Yeah. And then they was like, oh, either they're really embarrassed or shy, or they cheating.
Well.
He said that on the microphone.
Yo, it's crazy. It's crazy because
he need to sue them for that. That's foul. That's foul. He blew them up like that. Like,
yo, what? But I just like the T app.
They blew their.
Yeah, that's the foul too, though.
Chicks be up there anonymously airing dudes out. They got pictures of them.
It was originally created for women to go up there and say, okay, I'm dating this guy, or I like him, we've been dating, whatever, we're getting to know each other. I want to know if he's really, if I'm the only one that he's dealing with. I don't know him. He could be lying. I'm getting to know him. Like, so that's what it was supposed to be for them to tell us stuff like that. But then they started bashing men, and then they started exposing test results and things like that. You shouldn't be putting that online. I mean, if someone has a disease, though, they should let people know if they know that they have it. But you should be protecting yourself. And unfortunately, a condom can't protect you from all things. So you need to know who you're.
They said one dude was in the community, and he didn't like that too much. But then he started talking about it, and he had a bonnet on. I'm like, bro, you're not helping.
That they were saying he was.
That they were saying he was like that because he respected himself, and another girl was like, "Girl, nah, he a manipulator. He this, that, whatever. Like airing him out, like really, like doing him filthy." And he keep on responding to it, and they saying, "Yo, why he responding to it? Like he being a little girl, like you know what I mean? They going in on him even harder, like."
That's bullying.
Yeah.
That's bullying.
I mean, it's not really mental awareness. Like we talk about that. Like it's not a safe place for men.
And you can't even go on it as a man. So I just feel like, yo, at the end of the day, there's probably trans men on there or gay men up there that's finding out certain people are down low and they're having a ball on there. Like, ladies, this is not for y'all, really. Because y'all not, I feel like the T app isn't really for them. Like, even though it's marketed for them, it's not really for them. It's for the destruction of black families.
They made, and then the guys made one called T-Born, I think. And it was only for men. And then they were bashing women up there, and then they were posting nudes. So
same thing.
They got taken down.
Yeah, same
thing. That's messy, man.
Same thing. That's what I'm saying.
That's messy.
It's just furthering our relationship.
I don't respect dudes. I don't respect dudes doing that. Like
I respect nobody.
Bro, like women, like I don't respect them doing it either. But I really don't respect dudes doing it because it look crazy for a dude doing this. This a woman that you was with, like, so you don't ever respect. You don't respect any woman. That's what it feel like. Like, for you to do something like that, there's no woman that you are respecting enough to not want her to be seen like that. Right. Like any woman that I mess with, like I'm not gonna have no pictures or nothing of her like on display for everybody to see it. Like I wouldn't never do nothing like that. Like you know what I mean? And what I did with whoever I was with, like that's between me and them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like for real, like
nigga, just to get a woman to trust you to send you some shit, and like you might even like, cause people fall out all the fucking time. You see what I'm saying? It's lame to be exposing people just based off of, oh well, I got this. So like, yo, she trusted you, and then you just gonna expose her just because y'all mad and shit. I would never. I would never. I would never. That's just, I wouldn't sit right on my morals and shit. You see what I'm saying? And I work hard to get them damn dudes, nigga. I work hard, goddamn it, nigga. Cause some of these people do not be trying to get that stuff.
Even if you don't really if it was like a terrible breakup, like you know what I mean, like you know what I mean, I still wouldn't do that. Like, but I know some women have said some crazy stuff to me, like, yo, oh, you lucky we ain't had no pictures, because I would have put it all over your job and sent it sent it in.
That woman was trying to
how to protect myself. Yeah, but I know better. Like I ain't never did it, and I always said why I wouldn't do it. You know what I mean? And not because I was like modest or you know what I mean, because I seen it happen to other people. Yeah. And so I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna. If I seen this. And I still go ahead and do this dumbass shit, then I deserve it. Like, I put myself in that situation knowing that this be happening, bro. And then I learn how some women are. Like, a lot of women don't think for themselves. Men don't too, but I'm talking about with my experience with women, because I'm trying to tell a woman something and her friend telling her something else. Like, if I care about you, fuck what she talking about. Girl, he don't really care about you. How she know? Right. You know what I mean? I'm telling you something. She don't know what the fuck I'm thinking. I'm telling you, is no other way to convince you than what I'm telling you right now. And then I can show you in time. But right now, I'm telling you my word. You got to go off of my word or not. If you don't trust me, then we wasting each other's time and just move on. But stop playing with me, listening to what your friends say, and let your friend influence you and sabotage your relationship so you could both be single together. Because that's really what she wants.
On the radio, true, but you still don't
that's really what she wants.
Listening to what your girlfriend's
what they used to say, your friend, not your friend.
Got a different
your friend, not your friend.
Week. It's cool when I try to put
and you think they are, but they really want what you got.
Yeah, there's a lot.
And the problem with that is, like, niggas could want to be competitive. Like, competitive is not wrong with that. Like, we want to be competitive. We want to be better than the next dude, or we want to be rich as whatever, right? Because we competing. But I'm not trying to take nothing from you. I appreciate that you motivate me to become better. I want to be better than what you are. So I don't want to take nothing from you, because I still need that edge so I can stay where I am. But for some women, they don't want that for you.
You know why though? Because it stems from childhood. If you think about the games that we played, and you think about the games that they played naturally, we wanted to play more team game, football, basketball. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, where there's winners and losers. There's you know what I mean? You had to win or you had to lose, or you know what I mean? And the best person wins. With girls, it's like they was playing house. You don't like win in hopscotch. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was playing dolls. They was playing shit that as soon, and I saw it today with my daughter had her little friend over. It's like whenever they do play something competitive, when things don't go their way, they want to quit. They're not wired to be like, all right, fuck it, like we lose, but let's play again because it's still fun. You see what I'm saying? As soon as they lose, then they don't want to do that shit no more at all. You see what I'm saying? So I think that shit grows with them when they get older. They still have that same mindset where if it doesn't resonate, they're quicker to leave than we are. Because, you know what I mean? We're used to taking L's.
Is that bad?
It can be, because a lot of women are are quick to leave. Like I said,
Well, I'm saying, well, is that bad for men
yeah, because you're
to
gonna
have
get left.
to have the ability to endure? Is that bad for us?
To have the ability to
Like
endure, no.
keep
I don't
on
think-
keep on doing something, even though
you know it doesn't work
you're
out.
failing, or it seems like you're coming to a dead end to keep at it. Have that persistence. Is that bad for us or good for us?
As a man, it's good. But like I said, like I keep saying this shit, like for a woman, I don't think it's that good. Because it's like, that's like ambition to me. And it's like, what is your ambition to yourself or the people around you? And I can only respect it if it's for others and not just yourself. Because if it's just for yourself, then that could be anything. Then you could want to be a stripper. You could want to be on IG getting bread because you look good. You see what I'm saying? Like it's just for you. It's not for anything or anyone else. That's what you got to deal with, and a lot of women are misled. So, yeah, man.
Yeah, people do get misled all the time. They gotta have discernment. You let the right person lead you. Like you don't do right.
That's facts.
I have another American Airlines. More than 150 passengers on American Airlines Flight 180. No, I'm just kidding. It wasn't Flight 180.
Oh.
Possibly an incident left one person injured as part of the fire, according to the Federal Aviation Administration. So,
Wait,
a fire started.
they passed away?
No, nobody was unalive. Everybody.
Okay.
They got him off before somebody seen it out her window. The wing.
Shit was on fire.
The wing caught on fire.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
the plane hit an animal on takeoff and shot out fire.
Wow.
And the
It hit an animal.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
The
they
propeller.
were departing
You know how big that
to
animal gotta
Miami
be?
International Airport and panicked when he heard a loud bang and saw flames before being
What
evacuated
animal it
on
hit?
a slide.
That gotta be a big
The
animal.
combination of blown
not no
tires
regular
and the
little bird.
deceleration of the plane during braking resulted in a brake fire that was extinguished by the Denver Fire Department, according to American Airlines.
Too. It could have been anything. It could have been Bigfoot.
All customers and crew plane safely, and the aircraft was
Wolfman.
taken out of service to be inspected by our maintenance team. We thank our team members for their professionalism and apologize to our customers for their experience. The airline said, "We did not want this."
I'm happy just because they survived. Like,
That
I'd have
part,
just been
yeah.
happy just because they survived and somebody could pick them up and get them.
5 people were evaluated at the scene. Another person was evaluated at a gate and taken to hospital with a minor injury, according to the airport and the airline.
They wasn't wearing a seatbelt. They was probably in the bathroom.
They will depart to Miami on a replacement plane later today. This was posted 12 hours ago. Yeah. On CNN.
Man, with all these planes going down, I'm happy that they survived that one because it's getting crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
They
super
doing
crazy.
this.
I'm good with flying. I'm good with traveling.
Wish me safe travels, please.
Yeah, safe travels, my boy,
Just,
because you
you
gotta
know.
be careful out here.
I don't want to speak anything into existence.
Nah, you blessed.
Things
out here.
happen. We have to think positively and optimistically.
For sure.
Because you gotta always think about it. If nobody ever came out of that cave, where would we be? Somebody had to come out and explore and see what was out there, outside the world, so that, you know, people could get out and build things and see that there's other different types of foods and,
Right.
you know what I mean, whatever. Like, somebody had to make that sacrifice. I feel like it's important for us to always take a leap of faith, as they say, right?
Take risks.
It's important for us to take educated risk, right? And sometimes we just take a risk because we feel like it's just the thing to do at the time. But sometimes the thing to do at the time may not be the right thing to do at that time.
That's a fact.
Maybe you got to think a little bit more about it before you make that decision. Sometimes we don't. We're impulsive as people. But sometimes we need to take a second and not to just be reluctant, but just to take a second to think about it before we take an action with anything, and see if it's really in our best interest to make this decision. Because sometimes we get ourselves, what do they say? You sign a check that your ass can't cash. You know what I mean? And you don't want to do that. You really want to make sure that you're doing something that's going to hopefully elevate you, hopefully help you, even if it's something that you fail at. You want to make sure that you made the best decision to do something that's worth failing, to at least get the education.
I think Kanye said it best. It's not that he's wrong, it's that he's not right now.
I like that.
I felt
So
that.
means you're wrong.
I
If you're not
felt that.
right, then the only other thing is wrong.
I'm
like
not wrong,
that.
I'm not right now, meaning you gotta think about this more.
Right now, you're wrong.
Right.
You gotta put more, you gotta pour more thought into it, or maybe it's not the best time to do it right now. I don't have enough
Or because the
information.
people aren't ready to receive the message, and I feel like
Could be
that's what I got out of it.
Could be
Like
that.
certain people,
But that's
aren't,
more of a cult type of thing.
Nah, but the reason why I think that is certain people aren't ready for the things that you have to say to them, right? So there's been like plenty of times in my life specifically where somebody had told me some shit and it didn't sink in until I went through it or experienced it. And it's like if I listened to what they were saying, it really sunk in, then I would have got the message and it would have prevented a certain...
That could be true, right? I'll give you that could be true. Yeah, sometimes you don't hear it the right way. Like sometimes you gotta watch a movie 2 times to really get the understanding of it. But what I'm saying is, I will never allow Kanye West to lead me. I've come to the decision that he's not really the best person
you could get
to lead me. He has great ideas.
You could get information from a bum.
But he's somebody that I would probably have working with me in a certain area instead of working for him. You know what I mean? I still see value in Kanye, but
yeah, like
some of his shit is just
some of his shit, and I agree with you, but I'm just saying that specifically stood out because
I said that. Yeah,
a lot of times you'll hear some shit and you'll be like, damn, like if I would have listened to it before,
but not from him. The first time we hear it, we know he crazy as fuck.
Yeah, he's a wild boy.
He's out here saying he's a black dude, born by 2 black parents, talking about some Hell Hitler. Like what the fuck? Like he wilding.
I mean, there's a history in it.
There's something wrong with him. That's the history.
Nah, hold on.
History of brain damage. He had a car accident, and I think more happened to him in that car accident than we know. I personally know people that maybe, and I don't want to say too much and maybe incriminating somebody, but I know people personally that will pretend that nothing's wrong with them when there's definitely something wrong with them. You know what I mean? It's something neurologically wrong with them to the point that they need to get medical attention, and they refuse to do it because there's other things that they're worried about that maybe like, yeah, not right now. Let me get these ducks in order or something like that. You know what I mean? But bro, sometimes you really gotta just take care of yourself. You know what I mean?
I agree totally. I just think with Kanye specifically, he knows how to turn it on and off, so to speak. So he knows when to act like he has some sense, and he knows when to. You can see that shit in the interview with academics.
He be Orlando Browning.
Yeah, and I think that's the new.
That's what we gonna call it.
That's the new. You know what that is to me? That's the new like way to tell your truth, but then because your persona is crazy, we can't believe you.
It's gonna be discredited.
Or it's just entertaining.
Yeah, 100%.
I think all these people online are characters.
No, I believe that too.
They have a persona. They have somebody that they pretending to be. Like, you know who I just started following? Jack Funny or something like that. Is that his name? Jack Boy Funny or something? But anyway, this dude is funny, bro. I be dying. I be looking at his little skits, yo. Like he just looked like like one of my friends, like that I grew up with in the hood. That's just like a goofball.
You mean Nika so funny?
No, Jack something.
Jack.
Jack TV.
Jack funny, some light skinned skinny dude, whatever.
Oh, I don't know.
But he funny. But anyway, he was on Drewski, one of Drewski episodes. I think he from Detroit. So he was up there and he did some stupid junk. He did like a little stinky leg joint. He was like, all right, you gonna sign me? That's it. And he was like, you want me to do it again? And then he did it again. He was like, all right, you gonna sign me? All right. He's like, fuck it, man. Come sign the paper, man. And he was like, yo, you don't know who that is? That's Jack Funny. That's whatever his name is. And he was like, yeah, because the security guard jacked his ass up. And he was like trying to be like don't fucking touch me, nigga. The security guard hemmed him up on the wall, like, yo, choked him up. Like, he's like, nigga, you know, nigga, I have people come here and shut this shit down. He's like, yo, chill. He can be, yo, sue him, nigga. Don't sue me, nigga. Nah, you gotta ease up. You know how you be doing, like. But.
Speaking of Kanye, so I was on Clubhouse and this girl was talking about her pastor, and she was like, he has 3 churches, he has mega churches. She said he gets like $60K or $100K a week from
the church.
Yeah, like from tithes and
What?
like donations and stuff. And then they trying to. Well, anyway, the point is he has celebrity gospel people coming there, like CC Wine. They don't do that for free.
And it's tax free.
Yeah, and they're trying to get them to. Apparently Christian churches do this. You burn the mortgage or whatever, do a mortgage burning ceremony or something. Like, no, it's once it gets processed, they celebrate it by doing that because they're trying to get them to raise money to help pay off the mortgage. And I said, okay.
So he makes it?
Yeah, because now it symbolizes like we're done. And they don't have to pay taxes because they're a non-for-profit organization.
I'm confused.
So all they have to pay is the utilities and that's it. They just have to pay utilities.
So they burn the money.
There's tax free because it's a non-for-profit organization. I forgot what the name is. 50 something. I forgot. Look it up, please. People will put the link in the description below. I asked them like 3 times. I can't forget what the name of the document. But it's like
a ritual.
It's a tax form or whatever. How you would
That like
file
ritual.
to get
If you
so you could
money.
get tax exempt. And you know, so I said, because she was like, he's a good man and he helps, and you know, I love the way that he preaches. And they was like, well, how you love the way
Not
he
if he
preaches?
burning
You
money
supposed to
and
say
people
you
is
love
starving,
the word
like,
of
what
God,
the
not
fuck?
that you love. And when she was like, I love that too,
You
and
could
he was
give
like,
your shit
no,
to the
because you
homeless.
putting that
Niggas is
above
burning money.
that or whatever. But anyway, she said he went on tour with Kanye West. I'm like, yo, this dude is a scammer. Like we all were saying this. She got mad at us and she tried to like go snap a little bit or whatever. She was like, y'all sitting up here just because we were all no, because I mean I didn't say nothing. I was being respectful. I just said my opinion. I'm like, what is he doing with all of this extra money? They're trying to pay off the mortgage, right? He wants them to donate. He said this is their goal or whatever. Sometimes more than, let's say 5. That wasn't the exact number, but I don't remember. She said 4 or 5 times more than the normal tithes so they could help get the mortgage paid off. That's what they want the people to donate by a certain time, okay? They gave them a date, a time frame of when they're expecting to have that. So if they're tax-free and they pay off the mortgage, all they'll need to pay is their utilities. And then they have 3 churches, so that's not gonna be 100. So after because she's saying, oh, he cares about the people. He do it. You know, I'm like, what he doing with all that extra money after he paid it off? Because he about to go live a lavish life. He's not like is he helping the at-risk youth? Like, is he doing stuff for the inner city? She talk about they do Hallelujah night. Like every church do Hallelujah night.
Who said this?
This girl on Clubhouse.
Oh.
or this lady. I don't know.
It's a lot of
Could be
corruption
wrong.
in the ministry.
But she was very upset with us, and she told us, she was like, at 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, because how many of us were like, he scared me, yo, I'm sorry. And then people was like, yo, I'm about to, I'm about to make up a church. I'm about to, because if they doing this shit, like, or whatever, and then we name, like, other people, Creflo Dollar, somebody else, 2 other people that I never heard their name, I forgot, but I'll find it and put it.
I went to church. There was 3 people in there, bro.
And then I told him about that guy that would be like,
crazy.
remember Dwayne? It would come on at like 3 o'clock or something, and he would be like, and God, and then he would say that.
The light skinned dude.
I don't remember what he looked like.
With the braids.
Did he? I don't know. I don't remember.
He used to be cursing.
People would come there and they would be like, they would be in a wheelchair or something.
Oh, you talking about? You talking about that dude he did the scam. He used to be pretending he was healing people.
Yeah, they would come in a wheelchair and he would be, and then it would be like, how long have you been? She'd be like, they'll be like, I've been paralyzed for 4 years. They said I'll never.
Free my boy.
They said I'll never. You know him for real?
Nah, just free him because of what he did.
That's crazy.
What? How he get arrested for that?
Because she called the cops.
Oh, because if you took it out, you know, if you take your
He
hand,
smacked her.
They smacked it on her face.
but I know, but you know, if you okay, he smacked her. But you know, if you take somebody's phone, that's assault too.
Yeah, I heard of that. I heard that because of I think a rapper said that. I forget.
No, but listen, wait.
I think it was Kanye.
I was gonna say.
He took somebody's.
I forgot. What was I gonna say? Oh, so yeah, she was very upset, and I'm like, well, I'm not judging you. I'm just giving an observation, because if he got all the extra money, what is he doing with it? That's what I'm saying. And you say she talk about Hallelujah Night. Okay, that's not necessarily giving back. He's giving you cavities. That's what the fuck they're giving you, or whatever. Like, but I mean, yeah, that's cute. So the kids don't have to go trick or treat. They go somewhere. They don't need all that candy anyway. But I'm not looking at them. They're crazy.
I mean, it's nothing wrong with, going to church if that's what you like to do.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but
a lot of times people want to make you believe what they believe, and they're so convinced over what they believe that only thing that they believe is right. And I forgot what the actual term was. I think it was blank slate mindset or something like that.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. They'll be like, they'll come up in a wheelchair like, I've been paralyzed for 4 years. And then he touched her, or they call on the phone and say, I spoke with them and I couldn't walk for 4 years. I was paralyzed. They told me I'd never walk again. And then he prayed for me, and now, or I drank the miracle water, or something stupid. I don't remember.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Like, and it's like, I don't think that's how it works. You can't just pray
churches
without no action.
You know, a lot of those people got debunked, or they got sued, and a whole bunch of crazy shit. There's a story that's floating around on the internet right now about, and I know we about to probably end, but we can't without talking about this. So there's a story that's floating around about a 17-year-old who was arrested and charged with the deletion of her mother and stepfather, Kristen and James Brock, in Carroll County, Georgia. Now I have all the details. This is a odd case. She was 17 years old. Her name was Sarah Grace Patrick, right? So the report indicates that Patrick delivered a tearful eulogy at her parents' funeral. This eulogy, along with her social media posts expressing grief, later became the subject of scrutiny by investigators, with some suggesting it It was a tactic to cover her involvement in the crime, says News Nation. Authorities claim to have gathered mountains of physical and digital evidence pointing to her involvement. Patrick is facing 2 counts of murder and 2 counts of aggravated assault and is being tried as an adult. The couple's bodies were discovered in their bedroom by their 6-year-old daughter, so she had a sister, Patrick's younger sister, who then alerted Patrick, according to AOL.com. Patrick then called 911. While a specific motive has not been publicly revealed, authorities continue their investigation.
It's fucked up.
So what do you guys think about this? We can end with this because this really kind of goes into everything we've been talking about mental health. Because this is a child, right?
How old were they?
17,
And then they killed everybody?
and it was a 6-year-old that remained. So her 6-year-old sister was still in the house.
That's like the plot to Michael Myers.
I was about to say that,
It's the plot to
Yo,
Michael Myers,
ain't it?
bro. And this is why I said it, bro. Like, this shit, yo, the energy of it,
She
my
was
nigga. Like,
17.
the energy of it is crazy. Like,
16 and I should've
Yo,
had
but it's
a
crazy.
realization.
What's crazy to me is like, again, remember I was talking to you about the why? Because when we hear something, we automatically, yo, this is crazy. Why would this girl do that? This girl need to, she need the book thrown at her,
Why
like
did
she's,
she do it?
like
Yeah.
she's guilty, because through the court of public opinion, we always condemn people that do something that we think is wrong.
not for nothing, we'll never know why, though.
We might already know.
We probably
Like,
do.
look where she lived at. She got a 6-year-old sister. It's not the biological dad, it's the stepfather. She took out both of the parents and the child still remaining. Like, a detective or Batman probably would put together that there maybe been some abuse in that family. Either by the stepfather, mother not caring about it. So she took them both out and pretended she didn't know what happened.
Facts.
Because she want her sister to not be involved in it or whatever the case may be. And
And baby's innocent, yeah.
Right.
She at least had that morality to it. But,
And said a tearful eulogy.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, really, like, went to the funeral and spoke and da-da-da-da and all that other stuff.
Oh, at her mother's funeral?
At the funeral for
That's
both
crazy.
of them.
That's crazy.
So she got away with it up until the funeral.
Oh, she admitted it at the funeral.
She gave a eulogy at the funeral.
So when did she get arrested?
Recently.
So
This happened on the 11th.
So was the eulogy before the 11th?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, she basically incriminated herself or whatever she said in that eulogy. I don't think it was.
You think so?
I think it was crying out of
They said that
admission.
they found evidence
I think
with
it's-
her with stuff online and stuff like that.
I think it was crying out of admission. She probably knew she was about to get caught, and she was like, "Yo, I gotta get this shit off. I could be wrong."
So-
But that's what it sounds like.
You always
I'm just saying. It sound,
What
that's
you
what it
think?
sounds like to me.
a conspiracy. I do it too.
What you think?
I don't know. I don't trust nobody to a degree.
What you think about this 17-year-old taking out her mother and her stepfather? Leaving the 6-year-old to live. What do you think about it?
That we should
Carroll County, Georgia.
make a movie about.
Sounds like the
You
sticks.
said we should make a movie about it.
But honestly, what do you think?
17 on the block.
What's your insight on this?
Gotta make a
Do you
film.
have anything about it or not? You don't
You
have
heard her.
any
She
thoughts?
said she about to make a movie at this shit, nigga.
Okay, but
17
still,
on the block.
what do you think about it? How do you think? What is your educated guess as to like how this came about? If you could think about it.
She probably got mad at her parents because they didn't do something that she. That's usually
That's
how
crazy.
these situations be. When she's not the first child to
That's a crazy crash out.
to do that, but this has happened.
Some
before.
kids
And
leave
it's
out the house.
usually-
Some kids
No,
might
I'm
throw
saying
something
in this
or hit a
instance,
parent maybe.
And similar,
But to go this far,
in similar instances, like meaning where they did that, where the child unalived the parent, it's usually because of something stupid. Like they weren't getting their way, or they're trying to spend a lot of money. They told them you need to get a job now. I've been helping kids. Something is not nothing, never worth. Like they didn't do nothing. Like the Menendez brothers claimed that they were SA'd by their father or whatever. Okay, at least if that really happened, then you could kind of understand. But a lot of times, I watched a lot of documentaries, and they have like uh unaliving kids, like is a documentary show where they talk about a series where they talk about kids that do that. But just in general, not necessarily their parent, but so it's like there's a bunch of kids that have committed unaliving, like, and it's crazy.
I blame the parents,
like,
because I saw something today, and it spooked the hell out of me. There was this little girl. She was talking about cutting off the head of a infant, basically, and her father helped her do it. And I guess it was a satanic cult, and I guess this is one of the rituals that he had her practice. Where they got the infant from, I don't know. I don't know if I don't know. All I'm saying is what this little girl was saying, and I guess they had it like interviewed her, and it was her and her little brother, and she was just admitting what her dad basically would teach them to do it, and then when the mom found out, the mom was saying it was bad. And then they had to like realize like who was telling the truth. Was daddy telling the truth? Was mommy telling the truth? And then they finally realized it was mommy telling the truth. But it's like when she was saying it, she didn't seem all the way convinced.
Where'd you see this at?
This is on IG. I just randomly was scrolling, this shit popped up, and I'm just like, yo, like even if it's fake and they had her say that, that's some sick shit to say on IG. Like that's some sick shit. So and if it wasn't any like movie type shit, if she wasn't acting, then and this is
sure
really,
it wasn't AI?
100% it was real. Let me see if I can find it. I was gonna send it to y'all, but I was like, this is kind of some sick shit.
You should have just sent it.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
I was like, this
because I want to know if it's real. Like that's what I said. Like you said, if I see a spaceship online, or I see it on something. Am I gonna go out? Nah, man. I gotta see it on CNN, ABC. Like this girl, this 17-year-old, this is on all outlets. Cause she did something wild. This is like, you know what I mean? But it really makes you think about why would a child crash out like that? Like we're seeing younger people crashing out all the time. It's happening so much. You got Carmelo Anthony, stabbing that other young man. And I'm sorry, I forgot his name. Rest in peace and bless his parents.
And rest in peace to that family. I'm sorry, like I made a little. That would be a good movie to make about that. But I'll rest in peace to those parents too. Cause
yeah, no, absolutely, they didn't deserve it. I mean, sometimes children children get scolded, and I have to say this too, because there's a lot of parents that they believe that yelling at their child is the best thing. There was a older woman who said she works in the school district, and it's an all boys school, and a lot of those boys have single moms, and they come in there and they go to the meetings, and the moms are so impatient, and they're always yelling, and she's been doing this for over 20 years, and she sees the same behavior all the time, and these boys just shut down. Like they don't like yelling and stuff like that. Like they don't respond to that very well. So it's like a lot of the times that's really how they become as men. They just don't like somebody yelling at them. Sometimes like they'll just react because of that, or they'll get angry because of that. You know what I mean? Like sometimes, like it's just these children need a strong male presence in their life to prevent a lot of this shit from happening. And I mean, we can't make it happen to the stuff that already has occurred, but at least we can be precognitive to prevent this from happening in the future. We could think about it now and try to figure out how we could fix whatever we got going on. Because these kids need us, yo. Like, real shit. Like, these kids really need us at the end of the day.
Yep.
And we hurting them by not really understanding how we're lacking, because look at what's happening. Like, look at what's happening to these young people, to the youth them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not right.
Yeah. There was a case too where a guy, he was like 40 something, and he said his 14-year-old girlfriend, I think he unalived her.
Oh yeah, oh my God, I don't mean to be so excited about it, but yeah, I seen that, yo. That's how their relationship got exposed, because he was mad about something that she had did. And she looked it mad young, yo. Like, she didn't even look like she was that old. Like, I think that's in the chat. It's in the chat.
Man unalived 14-year-old after asking about sex, leaves her in field. Florida officials say by Olivia Lloyd, June 24. Alexia Alexander was found unalived in a vacant lot in Tampa, and her accused unaliver has now been convicted of murder, according to Florida prosecutor. Man picked up a 14-year-old girl in the middle of the night as she was having intercourse, then unalived her in a vacant field. Florida. Is this the one?
I don't think that's the story. It's in our Instagram. I think then we shared in the chat. It's in there, right? But anyway, like, the dude, African American dude. It's just sad. Like, he shouldn't have been dealing with her. I don't know why he did what he did. I forgot why he did it. I believe that it was because he was angry about something. Because they was in a relationship. You found it?
That was the girl. A 47-year-old man unalived his 14-year-old girlfriend after blaming her for giving him a disease that exposed their relationship.
That's what it was. That's crazy. It's funny, we was talking about that. Like, yo, like, if a girl bury you, like, you got the right to strike her, bro. But that's if y'all in a relationship.
And he was 47.
That's not right. He had no business with that little girl. And I feel so bad for her parents. That's nasty work. Like.
But the other thing ain't say it's a girlfriend, but that was the same picture that I looked at before I looked at the chat.
That's crazy, man. Like.
So I don't know, because it made it seem like she was just a random girl. He picked her up in the park, but then now it says, well, the other thing says that's his girlfriend. People just be taking videos and putting their own title. They don't even be knowing.
He probably was. These girls be. Listen, that's what I'm saying.
I'm not saying
the
that
fathers don't be in their life, because a father will not allow. I'm pretty sure OD not gonna allow his daughter to be out with no grown man.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Definitely. It's a lot of fathers out here that's not gonna let it happen.
And they said she left out the house it was late.
It is some fathers that probably would let it happen though. You know what I mean? And it is some fathers that's not there. But I can't speak for the ladies, but fathers, y'all need to be there, yo, for these kids. Cause when I see these kids out here getting into trouble and getting hurt and all this, and there ain't no parent there to bring them to the hospital, you know what I mean? Or ain't nobody there when they get out of the hospital, you know what I mean? Like, that's hurtful, yo. To know that exists. Like, it's nobody for them. You know what I mean? And it's bad that it's so many men out here that got kids and they be there for their kids all the time, and they see these YNs and they be like, they just look the other way, like, I don't know them. You go to the basketball court, you see some little dudes playing ball, be like, yo, y'all want to play at 21? Invite them. You know what I mean? Like, when we grew up, it was different because people just participated. People just was around, you know what I mean? But the OGs, they waved us off too. But the way we grew up is we identify with responsibility because we got introduced to responsibility earlier in life. Now, kids are learning from their tablets, they learning from YouTube, they learning from everything but their family. They don't get those values and morals that we had to have when we was growing up. Because grandma made sure that you had those values. Now they don't listen to their grandma. They don't got that sense of respect. So it's different than when we grew up. And before our grandmas was teaching us, they had families. Some of them probably didn't have their father or their life, but when you go like to the 50s and the 60s, they had their fathers there. They knew what it looked like for a man to be coming home doing all that. Then later on, you know, maybe they started separating or whatever the case may be, but they did have that sense of, you know, these kids gonna have rules and structure and all that because they always had something going on where they could you know, invite them into it so that they can have that structure in their life. But now it's like these kids don't really want to do shit. They don't have a lot of motivation because their parents don't motivate them. Their parents not motivated. Parents don't want to do nothing more than just go to work, pay their check. They got this kid, now they got to feed another mouth and just do what they got to do with feeding them. Let them watch cartoons or let them watch TV. There's no engagement. There's no family games, family game night. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna front. We had that. Like we wasn't rich, but we had a night. We played Trouble. You know what I mean? You know, at one point,
fun getting into trouble.
Then we got the video game system. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? But we was outside. We was engaging with other people in the neighborhood. Other parents knew who you was with.
It's Mike.
What other parents, they was hanging out with the other parents and stuff like that. So it was different. It was play dates. It was different things like that. And everybody knew you in the community. So it was different. Now it's segregated. Like, people don't really go outside. If people do, they go on their porch. You know what I mean? People don't know who the neighbors are. They live in a house. They don't know nobody on the street. You know what I mean? Like, it's not the same as it was. Down south, it's a different ball game. I know down south is, you know, people know each other. You know what I mean? People have good connections. But now it's like we don't have that. So we as parents, adults, we have to teach our kids through examples with each other. It's hard. Women are at war with men. Men are at war with women. And I don't even see why. I'm talking to women that also don't see why. I'm talking to women that are married, are successful, have gone to college, have graduated from college, are in a relationship with a man that's going to college, that's graduated from college. They're both smart. So when I talk to them about certain things like this, they argue me down. They want to quickly talk about politics and shit like that because they don't know what I'm talking about with this relationship shit because they don't see it from the same perspective that I see it from. They feel like their kids are going to be in their house and they're going to grow up and they're going to grow old and they're going to have the American dream. And they feel like there's no reason why nobody else can have the same thing that we have. And I feel the same way. But people don't want that. People aren't willing to put in the work. I'm pretty sure he was going to come and participate in being on a pod, and I would love to hear his opinion on certain things. But he had an engagement with his wife. And a lot of people don't understand that. People be like, shit, I'll let her know. I got to do what I got to do. I'm not paying him to come over here. He just come here because he want to have a conversation. But if that's what he got to do in his relationship, then I can't fault him for that because he's a married man. They understand something we don't. I look at it like this, like when they say the happy wife, happy life, but do she make you happy? if you're making her happy and she makes you happy, and you're making her happy, then what's the problem with that? It's just the way that it's said. It just seems like it's one sided. She got to be happy. It don't matter about what I'm about. But then we also complain that men don't share. Men don't want to be vulnerable. So not giving up that vulnerability is our way of, well, shit, just keep her happy because I don't care if I'm happy or not because I'm not sharing it anyway. Right. But just ending with this note, like we always say about transparency, just be honest and be upfront. And if you are and you do happen to have a child, then realize you're gonna have some issues, gonna be ups and downs, but try to work through it if it's not too extreme. And I mean that exactly in the way I said it. Like, just try to handle something that's not too extreme. And think about the children. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. Facts.
Said, fuck them kids.
Mental health awareness, man.
Yes. Get lifted. 30 is the new 20. Hit the like button, share and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you're notified the next time we post or go live. I'm La Hefa, the boss.
I'm Christmas on demand. The feeling.
Smiley Jizzle, yeah. And we
Get
out.
lifted. Thank you for tuning in. And check out the music on the page too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
You know what I mean?